Let's just have a look at this one here now. First thing you notice is that it's on its side. Okay, so Control Shift minus will make it turn around. Oh, well, it's the wrong way. Try it again. Control Shift minus. All right, that's a shortcut. Okay. Ooh. All right. Okay. Oh. All right. Line type. Remember before we had this A, B, C, D business with the line types. It says also what thickness those line types should be. So we're looking at, again, the A1 to B4 size, and we don't know at this stage what these mean exactly, but you all know what an A4 is. It's just sort of a standard page. An A3 is 2 A4s, landscape, say, or whatever. And then 2 A3s make an A2, and 2 A2s make an A1. So where we've got, basically we've got 4 A4s in an A2, therefore we've got 8 A4s in an A1. And the B series is just a sort of a slightly larger size than an A4. Like a B4 is a slightly larger than an A4. But we don't use the B series much anymore. But anyway, what it's saying is for those line types that you saw in the previous video, type A shall be 0.5 thick, and yes, generally we use the 0.5 for our outline for if you're drawing something like a plate or some sort of an object. The outline normally will be about 0.5 thick, and it's usually continuous. And then we've got the rest of them are basically 0.25s. F is 0.35, and I can't remember what F is right now. But H was that sectional one, and I said to you the ends are a bit thicker. Well, they're 0.5. It tells you here there's 0.5 for one of them, and the rest are 0.25. So we'll refer to these later, but right, use of scales. All right, use of scales, and I would like you to take a copy and at least read through this if you haven't got the book, because it does give you some more information. And if you have questions about it, feel free to ask me. Material parts, okay. So that's now here we go. Here's the ratio I was talking about the sheet sizes. All right, so an AO is 2 A1s, by the way, but here's the ratio. All right, so we've got, I never heard of an A7, or an A6 really. Yeah, A4 is usually what we do. There's a B4s in between. See, the B4 is a bit bigger than an A4. They're dashed. B3 bigger than an A3. So that's basically an idea of how big these things are. All right, so this here, you can see we've got a border there. And this one is B, and that's B, and this one is A size. All right, here's another layout here that shows you how they're all divided. All right, so as I said, like an A2, there's 2 A2s in an A1. All right, so and this gives you the actual physical size in millimeters. And you know how you said B here, and A over there, that's the border size that you have to allow. It's sort of basically, you might think of it as a non-printable area. You don't print anything in there in CAD terms or digital terms. All right, but if we're dealing with an A3, for example, A's and the B's are 10 millimeter all around. You have a little gap, that's all, where you don't draw anything, that's all. Okay, so that's that. Generally, if you were to create this title block, for example, it gives you instructions here if you were to create it from scratch, how far away each line is from another to create the title block, so the title bar. This is the actual name of this thing is, let's just clear out the terminology. A lot of people in the industry will say, give me a template to draw on. What they usually mean by that is a template is actually a title block or something to draw on. So that will be something like, if I just zoom this out, that will be something like one of those things. That's your title block. Sometimes people call it a template, Now in the title block, just here, sorry, that little bit there, we've got the title bar. I'll just go and zoom in there. That's the title bar where you put information about where the job is, what it is. And then over here we have other bits attached to it, which may be like the amendments that you've made and what they were. And we also have perhaps a parts list. That's an amendment, but you might have a parts list up here, perhaps. Yeah, there you go. So you have a parts list. Sometimes it's there, and that's indicating whether it's first angle projection or third angle projection, which we haven't really covered as yet. But the toolbox will go through all that. That's for sure. All right. So that's that one there. So yeah, so this shows you how to create that title bar. So that bit is a title bar, or title block, and a template in CAD terms, all right, is none of those. A template is just basically a blank drawing which has some settings in it, which may be your layers that you might need, your text styles you might need. It may include a title block already made in there, but generally you just insert the title block later on, whatever it might be, like an A3 or an A1. But sometimes there's a title block in there as well in your template. All right. So that's that. In fact, there's a little exercise here that in this book tells you how to asks you to create a template somewhere. But anyhow, if you had to create one from scratch, that's what the engineering one will look like. It's just an engineering template. All right. So that's that. And dimensioning. Yeah, sorry, this is the most important one. We'll have a look at that in a tick.